This is a video for Mirage Tower 70. This boss has a ability that grants him a shield, and because of the strength of this boss, the shield is very hard to deal with. There is a prevalent approach of dealing with this boss using Gusto, simply because Gusto can steal a buff using his Breath of Life skill, and as such, even though the character is very low level, it wouldn't matter. All that matters is that you can steal his shield, basically making yourself impervious and hitting away with attacks. And because the boss can't heal, it's just a matter of time. You'll win. Or so I thought. When I tried this, my problem was I actually hit the 50-minute the 50-minute timer, and lost the battle. And found that to be quite frustrating, as I just wanted to get the rewards, continue climbing the tower, but in order to do that before the end of the month, I would have had to power up Gusto quite a bit, put a whole bunch of runes on him, and at the time it was coming close to the end of the month, and didn't really seem like a good investment, so I tried to tinker around with some other ways to deal with it, and the option that I settled on was using Ninjini. I brought in Ninjini because she can cloak herself. So, under the protection of Gusto, and having my tank as Gulper, I would come in with a Blade Slash, and then pop her back into cloaking. No other character that I could come up with could handle the amount of damage that this guy puts out. He can basically two-shot just about anybody. Taunting and healing wasn't doing the job. One other difficulty that I had was sometimes, right as the fight would begin, the boss would just instantly knock out Stealth Elf before I had a chance to do anything. I'm not 100% sure how his targeting is set up, but it does seem like he goes for the highest attack. So I brought in Ninjini, not for anything else, but just because her attack happens to be higher than the attack of my Stealth Elf. So oftentimes, at the start of this battle, I can just immediately pop on the stealth and survive until I'm ready to get into the swing of things. At this point, if you've reached this level of the tower, you shouldn't have any trouble going through the waves. I'm just putting in any tank, in this case Barbella, with some really weak runes. This setup doesn't matter. Even a 4-star with nothing going on. Kaboom, just to get through the waves, use whatever team you like, and of course a healer just to get through there. But to deal with the boss, this is the team I'm dealing with. I have a Gusto, only level 44. I put some spare runes that I haven't even bothered upgrading anything, just to showcase this is not a level or power issue, this is just a strategy issue. And most of the tutorials that I've seen have either been brute forcing this guy down with extremely powerful late game level setups, or the partial setup with the Gusto approach, but never the full fight. So I'm not sure how many people have managed to pull off the full fight using just Gusto at a low level. But nevertheless, I'll stop talking and show you how I do it. Nothing special to say here. The waves are just basic. Keep aggro away from your DPS and take them down. If I can help it, I'll try not to use Gusto in the next fight, simply because I want to keep that taunt ready for the next battle. Now I'm going to keep the same team in for the purpose of getting rid of the sidekicks. After that I'll switch out. Yeah, that's that hard hitting damage I was talking about. Should still be able to take away the sidekicks using Whirlwind, but if I don't, it's not the end of the world. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is get ready to pop Stealth Elf into stealth mode. See if I can... So next I have to steal the buff to keep Gusto alive. Once I have the buff stolen, I'll mop up this guy. Pop open Gulper to steal aggro. So what I'm going to do here is attack with Stealth Elf and immediately queue up the stealth. So that way she protects herself immediately after. So this boss does have a cycle. First he'll use a lone attack. The next time he attacks, he will attack and then put shield. So that's where I move in. Steal the buff, attack with Stealth Elf, immediately re-stealth Stealth Elf. Now if I got the knockdown, I would have tried to attempt a double. Because Gusto can get knocked down and have his shield taken away from consecutive attacks, I do like to keep a Gulper ready to handle aggro. For safety, I prefer not to attack when Stealth Elf doesn't have the stealth ability ready, so in the meantime, I'll just eat the buff and throw the boomerang just to get a little bit of damage in, not wasting the cooldown. Now with this next cycle, take the buff and do the Stealth Elf. Now unfortunately this still goes very slowly and will take quite a while, but it will be faster than just using Gusto on his own. And for those who like to do auto runs, you won't be able to do this auto. Your Stealth Elf will just die, and then you'll be stuck on only using the Gusto. I enjoy playing the game, so it's not an issue for me. But for those who don't enjoy it the same way, perhaps after I have the Gusto powered out, I can give it a try and load up a full version, as I wasn't able to find another one somewhere else. I have been tempted at this point to try to squeeze in another attack. Sometimes he just pops a shield up and ends up being a waste. So situations where like that are what led me to lose previous rounds. He would just strip the shield off while Gusto was knocked down, and death sentence because I wasn't able to absorb the shield quick enough when he got up. Sometimes having a proper Gusto timing can be the difference between a run save and a failure. Also, having him awakened gives him a little bit of health increase from time to time with his attack, which can help a lot. It's not much, as you see. They're only 700 or so. Knockdown would be nice here. And there's a dead run because I thought I put stealth into stealth, and apparently I did not. Well, I suppose this is a good enough opportunity to take a look at whether or not this can be finished up in 50 minutes with the head start. Well, there you have it. Almost ran out of time, even with all that head start from Stealth Elf. I will go ahead and show you a proper run without me messing it up, but there you have it. Hopefully that helps you get past a hurdle that was bugging me for quite some time.